Like the one where they were showing the
Okay, we're starting recording now.
COVID patients. And
Okay, but
cleaning
still,
up, we
for
were
some
given
reason,
3 days or something.
there must be a box we didn't check there
For what?
They all
to make the audio come out of the speaker, come out of the TV.
Oh,
You do that, you get.
That's what I'm guessing.
original
I think
sound.
it's a USB thing.
Hold on. I got USB clip there. Try that now. Neil, say something.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, and I do hear the audio from the room much better than last time.
Yeah, microphone.
Yeah, I don't think it's USB because
You would, yeah.
we're talking about the
And that's how you get
HDMI.
sound out. That's how you get sound out of that.
Oh, here you go. Select speakers.
for USB.
Yeah, there you go.
What about this one?
That doesn't make sense.
What is that? I can't read it
Because
from here.
It goes through the HDMI cable.
Maybe that'll be better.
Just try all of them.
There you go.
Neil, say something again.
That's what I.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What'd you do
You're
different?
the man.
I went down here and I
Show
Intel display
all the
audio.
Yeah.
on this next one.
Okay, good.
Perfect.
Now we're good there.
Are you
Yeah.
taking notes? Chris,
Yeah.
you taking notes about this configuration stuff?
Can you hear me
He
now?
probably is.
All right. Well, we started the meeting a little bit late tonight,
Okay, meeting's over.
but
Yeah.
it started and we're.
Thank you all for coming and
Sure, yeah, he does every day.
I was finishing up machining parts today for the
Uh-oh.
2-meter Yankee.
Wilson,
Oh,
My God,
Dennis,
bit off more than I
production
can
line.
chew.
Oh.
Rob. We got 2 Robs.
Yeah, one DQ.
at least.
I'm trying to remember there was
One
something
D,
like
D, it's a
600
DQ, the other one's
volts
into KIX.
400 to half.
Okay. So right now on Zoom we have Paul, Neil,
Wait.
Rob, Tom.
What is it, March?
Wilson. Let's see. Do we want Wilson to join us?
Oh, we like Wilson.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Wilson's
Yeah,
over.
we can let him in.
We like Wilson.
Did you see
We
the
like
new little
Wilson,
Porsche car?
All right.
You got a little Porsche car
Yeah, I
now.
got a road ride in.
Oh, did you?
0
Came over to my house
UFC.
with it. When I did the
and
Oh, the CW thing? The guns?
Wilson's on board. Okay. We have a good group.
Vicious beast. Killer.
And we've got Bob here.
It's a good group. It's a lot of people.
With Bob, a lot of Bob.
It's flattering us again.
N6
PGQ.
PGQ.
That'd be me.
Yeah.
It says in government's files.
Do you have that embroidered inside your jockey shorts so that
So
you
I
know
don't
who you
lose
are?
myself. That's in my wallet somewhere.
So how many got them doing now?
It's on your hat too.
So we have 9 participants on Zoom, including
says
ourselves.
Bob. You got it
8,
all.
so 8.
We had 18 last time.
8. Yeah. So we have a good turnout right now.
We got 2 Robs, let
Yeah.
me get it written down here. K6DQ and KIX
So we still don't have a place for people to send in dues
and 6EMF
via
Actually,
internet.
you really do.
PGQ.
It's not dead. They can continue.
Okay.
They can continue to send in money
It just
via
gets spanked.
PayPal. I'm sorry.
It just gets spanked.
Okay.
That's exactly what happened.
Right. Yeah, I don't think that will be too much longer till we'll have access to that.
2,
A couple of weeks maybe.
yeah, 1,
I was just over there today. I had to pick up another unit to fix.
3,
Ah,
So far, so good.
4,
Lynette screaming in your ear that I'm a bad actor.
5. I got
No.
5 so far
Oh, okay.
online.
Must be working.
got her snowed, I guess.
Really? I am
Okay.
new.
All right, who you got again over there?
But I don't get one of those Maytag hats.
Right.
You'd probably find one on eBay.
So you weren't the oldest guy in the world then?
No.
Oldest guy in the world.
In the absence of a hat, I can't beat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can
So that the fix is all been relatively easy. or is it
You
nuts?
know, I've had every strange thing you can imagine. And of course, it's all surface.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
have those great big magnifying things.
Yeah, Megan. Hair dryers that melt the
Microscopes and everything.
There.
hair dryers that melt the solder.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
The solder paste.
Daughter
Yeah.
Page, right?
To me, solder paste is what plumbers
It
use.
doesn't
But
taste good.
That's right, that's what I know.
Remember
Never
it's
tried
supposed
that.
to
Discard paste, the white paste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
toothpaste?
Toothpaste.
Made out of horse hoofs and pig's
Whatever it
feet,
was,
whatever's in that stuff.
Okay, so we have 9. Do we have any more people?
All right. Well, there's eight on Zoom
8 on Zoom.
plus ourselves,
How many we got here?
and there's 8 here.
Oh, there's 8 here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Oh,
it's even.
16. That's not bad.
So Hall doesn't count?
Yeah.
So that
Okay.
means 9 then.
Well, we're a host.
Oh, we don't count.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, we're the
8.
host.
8.
8 of us right here.
Yeah.
And there might
The
be
one on
some
top
others
there.
that will join us.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know.
well, you ready to roll here?
So we got the March meeting underway.
March meeting, here we come.
The March meeting.
March on.
March out.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a list there on that
Yeah,
same
here. Let me give you your papers.
tablet.
Let me take this.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll
the way it's going,
just
it's
tear
gonna
off the
be
one I
agenda.
was writing on.
It's gonna
It's
march
fine.
off pretty quick. So we're doing good. Quarter after, it's about what we usually get.
Yeah, it's usually at this stage we take a break, right?
Yeah, right.
We can do that. We got coffee and cookies.
We got the audio.
What do you think this is?
We got
Caltrans?
we got the microphone and the speaker working.
Yeah.
Uptrans.
Feast or famine, right?
Yeah.
I was playing golf with a bunch in that CERT group, and half of them are retired Caltrans people, so it's an inside joke.
Half of them are retired and the other half are retired.
No, the ones in our group are definitely retired.
Oh, okay.
Oh, mentally retired, yeah.
Yeah.
Different.
Those
Yeah.
are the markets.
Apologize to him for the new Japanese shovel that won't be self-standing.
So where do we start?
These guys are all bridge engineers.
All that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you got all sorts of.
Then we could review some of the progress since the last meeting.
Yeah, let's see. What progress have we made?
Carol's updated the
Carol's,
website.
okay, website is
Yeah, the website is
going.
somewhat updated.
It is quite a bit updated.
Quite a bit, yeah, yeah.
Who wrote the thing on Mike?
Lynette.
Yeah.
Maybe,
the one that's
did
actually
Carol
on
write
the
one?
page.
What's
itself.
that?
The one that's on the.
Oh,
the
okay, that
page.
would be Carol.
Yeah.
Correct.
As usual, she did a great job.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Doing real good.
Yeah.
This is,
yeah.
And what else?
But she's got a lot of other responsibilities. I don't know how long she plans on working on this when she's got ARRL and
Oh, we got the
River City.
license renewed, we
And-
changed over.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah, I got that done.
Yeah, that's done.
So the club is legal
Yep.
Well, with the FCC at
with
least.
the
With
FCC,
the FCC, yeah,
and John is the trustee.
yeah. You can
Yeah.
check that, yeah.
We can change that to you later.
Website.
So we got that.
He ignored that, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the comment. And what else? I don't know, anything else on the money side? Nothing new yet, huh?
Nothing new yet. We really need to become an entity, in other words, the corporation, before we can have a bank account, like Phil explained in his
Last presentation, yeah.
presentation, and I put it on the web too. Because the way it was, actually Mike was just sole proprietor, which is not, it doesn't even sound like the right word for a club, but that's what it,
That's what it was,
as far as bank accounts, that's
business model.
the way it was. So he was actually paying the taxes on the income. So in order for that not to be, then the club needs to be an actual club, an entity, which means getting a corporation
right.
and probably spending about $1,000 or so. We don't know exactly. Now I did check with the W6EK club, the guy that's involved with that, and he said they do not have to pay anything for the corporate yearly, only the initial.
Why is that? Because it's non-profit?
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's something we weren't clear on either.
But there are some things you have to recognize.
Uh-huh.
The instant you're a corporation,
Mm-hmm.
there are certain things that you have to do. All of your decisions have got to be recorded by the secretary. And your income has got to be reported to the IRS whether you have any tax obligations or not.
Okay.
And in our particular case, in order to become a corporation, we need those 4 officers that you mentioned.
Correct.
And we need to hire a legal entity to prepare the proper paperwork. And we need to file that paperwork with both the state and with the feds. And once those are done, and we have official approval, then the banks will recognize us, and then we can have an account. So we've got several steps that we need to go through to put all these pieces together. And of course, none of them are done in a day.
Yeah.
This is Dennis. You know, there's no legal requirement to have a lawyer or an attorney do the paperwork. We can do it ourselves if we need to.
Right, if we know how.
Dennis
By the
knows
way,
how.
we don't know how.
Well, I doubt that we're the first ones to do this as a club. And I think that it's a very good likelihood that we, if not an attorney, we could certainly use the services.
Let me object right there for just a moment. I spent a couple of days talking. I've got 2 nephews that are both CPAs.
Mhm.
And I spoke with both of them about this, and they said, you know, you can do it yourself. He said, but by the time you get through the 4th iteration of trying to get it through, because you've done the paperwork poorly, you'd be much better off hiring an attorney. Which is kind of how I look at it, because my poor old brain can only take getting slapped around so many times. But if you'd like to do it, you are welcome.
Well, I am willing to give it a shot. I can't guarantee that I won't come back and say, let's hire an attorney. But like I said, I don't think we're the first ones to be around this block. And does
So
anybody?
you want to file the incorporation paperwork too? In addition to you applying for the 501c7, I believe is the one we want.
It's a 501c3, and
No, we don't want the C3.
What's the
Fine.
difference there?
A C3 is when you take donations and you apply them to public entities to support other activities. In our case, we're strictly a hobby, and we'll have several less severe audit concerns if we stay away from that stuff. So I don't think we want anything to do with a C3.
okay, that's fine. But
There is one that's like a club. I think it's like 507 or something.
C7, 503C7, that's the one I was talking about.
Okay.
Okay. I knew there was a 7 somewhere. And also, I don't think you need to be a corporation to be a nonprofit organization.
No,
No.
there are only 2 things in this country that are recognized by law. There are people, and you can be a people sole entity, or you can be a people partnership, or you can be a corporation. You can't be anything other than those 2 things. So if you wish to be a nonprofit, you need to be a corporation.
Unless you're a single individual?
Right, and if you're a single individual, all the income becomes taxable to you.
Right, which is actually what Mike was doing.
That's what Mike was doing, right.
Which was always kind of awkward, you know, because you got one person. Well, you can see what happened.
Right.
Exactly where we are right now.
But it's-
are there any other clubs in the region that are nonprofits?
Sorry?
Are there any other clubs in the region that are nonprofits?
Probably.
I think probably all of them.
Oh, okay,
I think all of them.
Yeah, I think W6SFM may have done that.
okay. I wouldn't be surprised. and
Yeah,
I'm sure-
W6EK has.
I'm sure we can start off with their paperwork as a starting point.
Yeah.
It would be good if we knew of an attorney that was a ham that had done it before,
Well, that would be ideal, certainly.
because
Well, that's why I suggested you talk.
what
to
I
the-
don't want to happen is to spend money and go talk to an attorney just to find out that you went to the wrong attorney and then you're a couple $100 poorer and haven't accomplished a thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of been my limited experience with attorneys. The few times I went to attorney, about all I got was less money coming out. And not much else.
Well, aren't there
You wanna
some,
mix- want to make sure that we get the right one that's done that before. Ideally, it would be a ham that had done ham clubs before,
Right, right.
but I don't know
Just
how
to talk to the
plentiful they are.
ARRL, you know,
Well, I think that the ARRL has attorneys that are associated with it. Maybe Carol could ask them.
so,
Because I know when I was going through my antenna problems over here,
That's a good idea.
yeah, there was about 4 or 5 in Sacramento.
okay.
My only real point was that there's no reason to reinvent the wheel. And I don't think we need to do that.
So Dennis is gonna chase this down though, right?
Dennis, you gonna do some research on this?
If that's what the club would like me to do, certainly, but yeah, that's absolutely.
Good, good.
All right, you're in.
What I do know and what I would suggest we think about is there's no reason to not do anything in the meantime. In other words, I think what I like to do is to research, the bylaws and officers and those kinds of things that we can adopt now, and walk into the process with these things at least adopted. There's no reason why we can't act like a nonprofit in the process of getting a nonprofit.
In the meantime?
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, then maybe the first thing we should do is deal with this officer issue tonight.
Yeah,
suggest
that's
that.
true.
That's right, and I should,
Get that one off the table. All we
Yeah.
need are volunteers.
Okay, so you're the acting treasurer. So are you willing to be elected for treasurer?
I am willing.
Okay.
you wanna do that now?
Yeah.
All right,
So,
Joe,
I move
I'm gonna
that we
nominate for
elect
treasurer here.
Phil
I'll second it.
as
You
treasurer.
nominated him, right, John?
well, nominate, yeah.
Okay,
I'll second.
Well, let's see if anybody else is
All right.
interested.
Okay. Any other nominations from the
Anybody
floor?
else want to be treasurer?
And it's okay to nominate yourself.
yeah, you can do that.
Don't have to be shy here.
No volunteer? No hands?
Okay, so we have a motion to nominate Phil. And by who made the
Bob made the motion.
EGQ.
PGQ?
You
GQ.
second it? Okay.
What's your whole call?
November 6th.
N6
Sounds
PGQ.
Okay.
Bob. See, hams don't have last names as far as I'm concerned. We have call signs with first names. So some people would email me and they put their first and last name. I don't know who the heck it is. So I got to go to QRZ and figure it out.
Okay, so Bob, you're gonna nominate Phil for second.
Okay, now who seconded it? That was,
I did.
Yep, another Bob. Oh, he
Another
did.
Bob.
He did.
okay, so this is,
Chris, not second.
okay, Chris seconded it.
I second it.
Okay,
Cool.
So we vote.
I nominate John for president.
And I second that motion.
Your goose is cooked, John.
You're cook.
I think my wife is calling the divorce lawyer right now.
Hello, yes, how can I help you?
See, she's dead set against it.
I'm against it.
Now, who wants to burn poor old Chris?
Oh, man. I'll be second.
Well, I'll do that too. I nominate Chris to be secretary.
I second it.
Oh, man, I'm out of,
Neil seconded.
All right, now we need the magic fourth person.
oh, no, what about
All right.
Mike?
No, we only have two, so we only have one so far that we've had a
Well, we haven't
nomination
voted.
and second
We
on.
don't have to vote on the other two quite yet. I want to see if we can get a nominee for the.
Well,
first
we
spot.
don't have
For
we
what?
don't have Chris motion and seconded yet.
We just did.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Wait,
I
wait,
fell asleep. Okay.
stay awake here.
All right.
All right.
Okay, point of order. I haven't heard a vote yet.
We haven't voted yet.
We're gonna vote on all four unless there's more to vote on.
And
There could be two candidates.
And this is for 2022.
Right.
Right?
Yes. Now, obviously, we're a little late. We're supposed to be doing it in December, but we all know that didn't happen. So, yeah, this is for the rest of 2022.
So we need a nominee for vice president.
What do we divide?
And I will volunteer to nominate myself for vice president. So
Oh,
I'll
good.
run. I'm gonna run. I need to
I'll
call
second.
my campaign manager.
Oh, good.
Oh, you mean John Hank?
I'll
Get
second
those
that one.
placards out right
We
now.
got that part
right.
covered.
And send the plane up. Okay, good job.
Good one, David.
I don't know. Maybe I'll get in. I don't know.
We forming a PAC now,
Yeah,
so that you
exactly.
can raise funds.
And I'll ask Dennis to help me with the paperwork.
Well, ask the field if
There you
anybody
go.
else has an interest in any of these offices.
Any officer interest from anyone in the Zoom?
Well, I don't know about officer interest, but do we want to have some kind of a board member position or board members positions?
We don't need one.
Don't have to have one, however, we should have somebody to audit the books.
Yeah, you wanna do
You
that?
know, we need someone to do, well, right now, there's nothing to audit, but
Audit committee chairman.
audit committee chairman of one.
You should do that at the end of the term.
That's true. That's true. When it comes time to do it, that should be done, what, once a year? Normally?
Yes.
So yeah, that should
After
be,
the books are closed.
that should be about, after the books are closed.
Well, once you complete the year, then you audit what took place in the year and make sure everything.
So that should be in January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
typically.
Well, ideally, the treasurer would produce some kind of a summary of the year
Oh, yes.
and present that to the rest of the officers and the membership.
Well, you traditionally would do it monthly. You prefer to
Yeah, but we're not
prepare a
doing it.
P&L, profit and loss.
Well, yeah, there would be a monthly summary, but at the year end, you summarize the year.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You run it year to date, so when you get to the end of the year, it's already done. It just rolls forward.
Yeah.
That's the annual report too.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
By the way, did you read Warren Buffett's annual report last weekend? Came out on Saturday.
That guy's still living, huh?
A lot of zeros on it.
What a guy.
A lot of zeros.
What a guy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I move that we accept the slate of nominees.
We didn't have any Zoom
Anybody, else?
volunteers?
Yeah, any other nominations from the floor or the Zoom?
anybody in Zoom want to nominate themselves or whatever? Or
And
it's just nomination?
choose them by acclamation.
Oh, we only have 3 here so
I
far.
was gonna say, I'm not clear that you accepted nomination
Wait a minute,
as
we got
president.
secretary.
Oh, I wasn't even nominated yet.
Yes,
Oh, I
you
thought
There
did.
was
you
just
were.
talk of it.
I nominated you.
Oh,
Yeah, John,
but nobody seconded it.
I second it, no.
Oh,
Second, John.
doomed, all right.
I don't think that's a
Be
problem.
sure
I
you're
second.
waiting.
Yeah.
Chris, I seconded.
Oh, I think Katie seconded him, didn't you? Didn't you, Katie?
And
Sure.
Katie
Sure.
did too.
Thanks, Katie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, put Katie down.
Yeah,
as
but
a
Katie's
second.
leaving the country, so see,
No, I'm not leaving the country,
we're
just the
not right
state.
yet.
Going to the
That's true,
country,
you're not.
Going to the country?
the Commonwealth of Kentucky,
Kentucky.
as soon as I can get my house sold.
Really? That fast?
Houses are
We
selling
went-
like hotcakes.
We went in October,
Yeah.
it's wonderful, you been there? Oh, it's wonderful. I got to see where Secretariat was buried, went to Churchill Downs.
They have hurricanes, tornadoes,
You know,
floods,
that
or
on that
anything?
other side.
Nah, she'll get herself a bunker, you know,
That's up
underground bunker.
And the homeless, the traffic,
Oh my
the
God.
police helicopters, Smoky Summers, I said, that's it, we're getting out of here.
So you have room for an antenna?
Okay.
They got a lot
We
of
haven't
ground in
found a place
Kentucky.
yet.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
David, who seconded
We
you?
know we're going.
No one seconded me.
Nobody second? All right, how about David for vice president, guys?
Phil second. Phil second.
Yeah.
Phil second, okay, thanks.
Off topic.
Yeah.
Their job. When we go there.
John's checking to see if he can be president.
Checking out what happened.
He's checking what?
To see if he can be president.
Oh.
He got sick and we were talking about it. He said he'd love to go.
All right,
And that would help him.
okay, I think we'll go. Okay,
Maybe they will. I said, I'll get out there, I'll check it out for
we're
you.
gonna vote here?
Prejudice against what?
Well, because she's Asian.
Have you lived in this
All right.
before?
Okay.
Time to
Here,
vote.
you read. Well, you're on the list. You can't read it either.
Okay.
Presbyterian church is kind of hard.
Katie can read it.
Prejudice.
So we
Here,
ended
Katie
up with
can read it.
no one
You're a
in
disinterested party.
the Zoom.
No
crowd.
one, is anybody, just to double check, is anybody on the Zoom call interested in being nominated or nominating themselves or nominating anyone else to be an officer of the club?
I hear a pin drop like the old
Yeah,
MCI commercial.
yeah, you know, you can hear it immediately
So
going
what
into
am I
bed.
reading here?
The
So-
three
The
candidates.
list of
The
nominees.
candidates. So for treasurer, we have Bill. For secretary, we have Chris. For vice president, we have David. And for president, we have John.
Perfect.
Those are the
Call for a
nominees.
You hear the
vote.
groans from the other room, but that's okay. You can.
Yeah.
What was that?
It sounded more like a laugh.
So we're gonna vote
Choking
now?
Yeah.
followed by a laugh.
Okay.
I vote that they be accepted by acclamation.
Okay.
That's a big word.
That is a big word. What did that mean?
That means we all agreed and they cannot escape.
Yeah. Oh,
This is for
Okay.
2022.
For 2022.
all in favor?
All
Aye.
in
All in
favor?
favor?
Say
Aye.
Aye.
On Zoom,
Aye.
raise your hand.
Aye.
Opposed? Don't all speak at once.
We don't want-
Okay.
Vote or no vote?
All right, now Dennis has his work cut out for him. He's got the officers.
Yes.
yes.
Okay, well, that's one step. I think the other thing that we should start doing with the next meeting is have an agenda. However rudimentary, we need to probably have an agenda we can file.
Oh, yeah, well,
You're gonna get me impeached already? My wife's out to impeach me. She says I don't do agendas. But yeah, that would be a good
Well,
start.
you got
Yeah,
Dennis
there
to
you go.
help you do the agendas.
Well, you're off to a good start, John. It's April Fool's. It's a focus story meeting.
Yeah.
So I take care of part of it.
Okay, well, today's agenda was to elect the officers, which is the first step
Right.
in order to get the incorporation started.
Okay, so you need, we
Comment?
don't need directors, right?
Go ahead, comment.
I text my wife, who is a ham and an accountant, and she'd be happy to be a third party to take a look at the books.
Perfect.
Anyway.
Okay.
Nice, awesome.
Disinterested party, that's even better.
That's better,
That's a
yeah.
good thing.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and she knows what she's doing. It should be pretty simple. I mean, we've got pretty limited
Yeah.
Yeah.
entries there.
What
But
the,
yeah, that adds credence to it.
what the name?
Oh, your wife's name?
KB6MJK Julie Kashuba.
Perfect.
Actually
Want
passed the
the
code.
official for the record. Okay, yeah, keep it perfect.
I didn't know she was a ham.
Oh, yeah. And strangely enough, her suffix are my initials, MJK, Michael J. Kashuba.
That's amazing.
Hey.
Wow.
That was just
Right.
FCC accident.
Yeah.
Well, that's organized recruitment.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Just meant to
Good
be.
job, Mike.
Yeah.
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 Okay, I just told her she's hired.
She'd be thrilled. You like sleeping on the couch?
So Dennis, could you assist us with an agenda for the April meeting?
Sure, I can develop some items that I'll need that I think we should probably take place on in April. If there's any other items, just feed them to me and I can coordinate a consolidated agenda, sure.
Well, you know what comes up in April? It's the bogus
Oh,
story
yeah.
contest.
That's right.
So we all need to have our bogus stories submitted.
Can I submit mine from 2018 since it didn't win? I guess that's a no.
You can read it back?
Well,
That's
only if people don't remember it, and the majority of the people here are over 45, so
Yeah.
most of them probably don't remember
You
it.
know, we're
Yeah, bring
eating
it,
breakfast.
yeah, bring it back. You know,
Yeah.
So,
you might win this time.
Yeah.
You know, if you didn't say anything, there wouldn't be any issue.
I wouldn't have
There
known.
you go. That's right.
Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth?
People that
Well,
try
Mike
to
had
be
a record of
president
them somewhere, but I don't even know where that is.
It's
So.
on the web, under bogus story.
Oh, it's on the web, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all listed under bogus story, okay.
Yep.
Does everybody know what the bogus story is?
But only for the winners though. You're okay.
Yeah, now last year was
John,
John,
yeah. Like
Who's-
W.
not here tonight.
No, you're not in here.
So we need to remind him that he needs to embellish the trophy a little bit, add something to it.
I hope he has.
Racing stripes.
Racing, it could be anything.
I was gonna add a mirror.
And
You know,
then
you have
a
to
mirror.
look at yourself while you're talking.
So what are you gonna do, Katie, if you win?
I think he needs an SWR meter.
Well, when you win the bogus story,
You can
then
put
you
it on
will
there.
add an SWR meter to it.
That's your incentive.
And Chris added a bird to the top of it.
Yeah, yeah,
With
word, right?
droppings underneath. So it can be anything you want.
Yeah.
Anatomically correct?
I didn't check that.
You know, we had the light, but
Birds are so small, you know, and I'm kind of old, so
you know what I
I
did
didn't see
do?
that clearly.
What I should have done too is paint them bird doodle on it, you know, like the colors. Well, I was at it, but, you know.
Anyway,
Anyway,
so yeah, the point is it gets better each year, and
yeah.
you know, eventually we might need a wagon to haul it around if it gets bigger and bigger, but
Yeah.
we
And on the
could
trailer.
we can jump off that bridge when we get there. Yeah.
Well, we gotta get the transmitter on the air. That would be a treat.
I think Carol had that.
It worked.
Oh, of
I
course.
took the battery out so it wouldn't go rancid, but that's all. It's not guaranteed to be very clean,
You know, a buddy of mine
and it's not
discovered
too
that you
stable.
could-
But
Probably
You
isn't
could
fused
use-
either.
Well, we
You
can
could
do
use
that.
the
Baked
safe thing to do.
potatoes as a battery.
the what?
Baked potatoes as a battery.
Yeah, you could.
God,
Hello,
cooked
cooked
potatoes?
Baked
Well,
potato battery.
you could take that transmitter out, put it in.
I thought it was raw. I never heard of a
I
baked
never knew
potato.
that.
Baked potatoes work better than raw.
Do they?
Oh, really?
Well, if you're gonna eat them, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing.
For a battery, huh?
For
Okay.
battery, yeah.
Sounds like Professor Proton on Big Bang Theory.
Hiroki's the guy that came up with that. You know Hiroki, don't you? The canteen radio guy.
So has that theory been tested, or is that just a
Oh,
theory?
yeah. Yeah, he's
As
got,
far as raw versus cooked potato?
we built a receiver to go with it. This receiver runs on 3 volts and 4 milliamps,
Ooh,
Okay.
that'll last a while.
20 meters. That's not a lot of power.
I was gonna say, put some milliwatts?
It's just a receiver.
Oh, but I
Yeah.
thought the receiver went
can
with
have
the
spirit.
transmitter.
Yeah, it does.
The transmitter is one of these little monolithic quartz oscillators.
Yeah,
Oh, right, yeah.
And it runs, I think, on about 7 milliamps.
Yeah, I think it's a transmitter only, isn't it, on there?
Okay.
Oh, you're talking about your potato. I was talking about
Potato
the
power.
trophy.
How about a sweet potato? That'll work.
So is
better?
ketchup help?
No.
I don't know.
A little acidity to it?
How about if you
Acidity?
fry it? Or mashed potatoes, how does that work?
They are mashed.
Oh.
You gotta cook them to mash them.
We can use a potato masher, or mashed potato, right? Egg beater. Yeah.
Anyway,
How we doing on the agenda, Dennis?
Yeah.
Yes.
how we gonna do that?
Yeah, we need
Oh my
we need
goodness.
Dennis to keep us back on track here.
okay, so
No, I,
we have the officer thing done.
yep, and I'll get the full names, at some point later is fine.
Yeah, I'll email that to you.
That'd be great. You know, I just had one question for Phil. One of the things that I was curious about is that I know that, and I heard something said, but I couldn't pick it up all the way, about the current funds being made available to us pretty soon. Is that correct?
They're tied up currently in probate. Not quite probate.
Not quite probate.
No, it shouldn't be
The
probably.
bank's holding the funds because the signatory to the account is deceased.
Right.
Not release those funds to his widow.
All she should need to do is show up with a death certificate and that should be fine.
Well, she's
Well, there was
already been to the bank and down that path, and I think there's a
Right.
couple more weeks she has to. wait.
Right. It's just
She
yeah.
said 40 days.
I think there has to be a time if anybody
Makes a
contests it,
claim or something, yeah.
which she's not expecting anybody to. There's no X,
Well,
Y.
in any event, that wasn't the question. The question
Okay.
what really was, if we receive those funds before we're a legal nonprofit, is that going to be a problem for us later on with the IRS?
Yes.
Then we shouldn't receive those funds
If you
until we're
take that
done.
money and try and deposit it anywhere, you need an account.
I understand that, but my point is that
22 is what he's saying.
it's going to take several months for just the IRS to process the application for our nonprofit status.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we need to understand, and I'm thinking maybe you can tap one of your CPA friends and see just how that will work in terms of when we receive the funds, how the IRS will consider those funds in terms of when they actually approve our application for 501c7.
The instant you receive the funds, it's income and it's taxable, period. Now, if you take those funds and you donate them to a cause, then, you know, it could be considered a charitable contribution, and then you handle that in your own personal taxes. But for us to do anything, we need an account to put it in, or we sit on a check. And we probably shouldn't sit on the check.
Well, that's why I'm asking you to tap your CPA and
So he's asking how we're gonna do it.
definitive answer on how
I've
we do it.
already been down this path. There's only two ways we can do it.
Okay.
We can either sit on the check, or we can deposit it into someone's account, period.
Or we can wait until Lynette writes the check later.
I was gonna say, couldn't she wait 3 months to write us a check?
I'm sure she
Sure,
can.
but in the meantime, in order to get the corporation status, we have some fees, and maybe we have to get a lawyer, maybe we don't, but we're gonna have some expenses that we don't have an account to pay the expenses with.
Right.
It's a
Yeah, I mean, that method
catch-22.
kind of doesn't really jive really well, because what do other corporations do while they're waiting for their actual nonprofit status to be approved? They can't just stop working.
Corporations fund themselves once they're formally corporations.
From whoever starts the corporation, I guess, out of their own
Once
pocket.
you start the corporation, then you fund the corporation.
This is kind of a unusual situation.
So if we had expenses before we were incorporated, is it possible that Lynette could pay for those expenses out of?
That's possible, she
your-
might do that.
do-
In other words, write this person a check, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
We
a
have to
distinct
take that up with
possibility.
her.
Sure.
When she gets access to it.
Yeah,
Because her name's
But-
not on the account, right?
well, not only his was, saying that's the deal.
Yeah,
If we
So it's
don't
gonna
know
revert
where
to
the
her.
Expenses
Yeah,
are gonna be
but it
that
has
much.
to
I mean, you could take
take
up a
the
donation
time,
or
I mean,
something like
the
that.
Yeah.
process it takes.
Yeah.
however
Not
long.
too long from what I
Pay
understand.
for the thing, I agree.
It's not a probate go to court thing. You know, because she's his only wife and so forth, so it's fairly simple that way. So, yeah, that's a possibility, we might be able to do that, because there's only be a few things we need to actually have the
I don't think at this point we have any expenses.
not immediately.
I mean, the only thing I can think of that's coming up is field day.
Okay,
Or a meeting
Yeah.
room kind of thing too.
a meeting room, I don't mind having it here, it could get to the point where it's too big for here, but that would be a good problem to have, I guess.
Yeah.
You clear that.
Well, one expense that will come up at some
Another
point
idea.
in the near future is the filing fee for the,
And we got another room there that's empty,
Oh,
so,
there
you
you
know,
are, see? Just open it up.
But the Secretary of State corporation filing fee?
no, it's the IRS fee
There's a
for
lot
the
of ways to
nonprofit
go.
application.
Oh, that's a different issue.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
It's
sorry,
only
what was
20
the different issue? I missed that, what was that?
No, I'm just reminding everybody that when we get to that point, there will be a filing fee for the IRS to apply for nonprofit status. And that's
Yeah.
about $850.
$350.
How much?
850 is it?
$850?
$850, yes.
Oh, even for a nonprofit?
But what do I understand from
You got to be rich to be a nonprofit.
That's right.
Oh,
from what I understand from W6EK, they don't have a yearly filing fee though.
That may be true, but this is the initial.
Unless your income is a higher amount than theirs is, and they have
Well,
like.
you still have like,
members.
you have to submit annually to the Secretary of State office, and I think there's a small fee with that, like $20 or something.
I'm not really talking about or worried about ongoing fees. This is the initial application.
Well,
Yeah, that's expensive.
I would only, if it was $800 every year, then that'd be a problem.
That would be a problem, but I'm not.
Yeah, but
even
20
thinking
bucks we
about
can handle, yeah,
ongoing.
yeah.
Yeah, initial costs are high.
It's true. Doesn't take much these days.
Grocery bill, tank of gas. Half a tank of gas.
Is becoming a corporation and filing as a nonprofit, are they one and the same, or are those two separate functions?
Well, in order to be a nonprofit, you have to be a corporation.
Right.
But you don't have to be a nonprofit to be a corporation.
But so could we become a corporation, then we get money, and then we file the thing that costs the $850?
Right, but if you're strictly a corporation, then you do have some minimal taxes.
Yeah, you don't want
Yeah, you probably have more taxes then, because that's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
a
Franchise.
company that presumably makes
And
money.
enough of that idea.
No, that's okay, you're thinking, that's how you get good ideas.
Yep.
Okay. Then the other thing is field day's coming up. We're gonna have to figure out a place for field day. And also we're gonna need a generator, because Mike had the generator we used. So we're gonna need a generator and a place to sit the generator, which we'll have to work on.
Would you like to put together some notes about field day that we take up at next month's meeting? Maybe send out a listing to folks to think about? That way you've got some time to kind of go through your checklist.
That's a good idea.
We could do that.
And then that could be where are we now? We're in the March now, so it'd be
Along with the
April
bogus
meeting.
story, that could be next
Yeah.
month, yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't think you can solve that right now.
Yeah. well,
No, but that was my intent, we need to start thinking about that, yeah.
One thing is Mike's generator is still available?
Well, it's possible.
It might be probably in a garage.
Might be able to
right?
borrow it.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna use, she's not gonna use it.
Well, if the power goes out, she wants it to
Oh, yeah.
keep her ice cream cold.
Oh, you
Yeah.
bet. You wanna keep it for that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good generator.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I keep it too.
Probably better to run it once a year anyway than to not. But anyway, that's up to her. But that's a distinct possibility. And then the field day location.
Well, what if your there's a power failure, if you need to,
What's that?
how about if the power goes out during field day? What you gonna do?
Send up a flare.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to do in California.
Just thinking.
You never know. Yeah.
Might be
The
a big
flare,
deal.
yeah. Not a good idea, yeah.
Very good,
The
yeah.
fire department will show up, they probably have a plug on the side of the truck.
Yeah,
They do.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Could it be considered to have a joint field day in the same location with N6 and A?
Well, who gets to operate 20? Who gets to operate 40?
Who gets the cover?
Yeah.
No idea.
Probably not.
Well, W6EK usually has all those antennas set up, and they have little stations for each band.
Oh. A little tent?
I imagine that's probably using the same.
John, do you think we could rent
And lots of hands.
the same place we've been doing field day possibly?
That's a possibility. I'll talk to Lynette about that. I would think it might be possible that we could get permission. Now, if we were to get permission for that, we'd have to rent a porta potty,
That's fine.
because before
We
Mike
rent
had the keys
Key,
to
yeah,
Right.
take the long walk up to the,
yeah.
Sure.
so there would be that expense,
Yeah.
which is, I don't know, I'm guessing on
A
that,
few couple $100 at least.
maybe.
You're right. We looked into it.
Did
It
you?
was pretty expensive.
Was it?
Yeah.
Would you need
Well,
insurance
it's-
as well?
They gotta haul it out, and then they gotta
Haul
take
it out,
it
take
back.
it
That's
back.
No,
money.
we've had insurance,
Do we have ARRL insurance as a club?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
that's one of the things I gotta check on, make sure that's up to date.
I don't remember who it was that I was with when I did this, but I did field day with someone out behind Davis Ranch one time, and they have some I don't know whether that's too far away or not, but it would be a possibility. Do you know where I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's out Highway
Jackson.
16
Yeah.
towards,
Slug House.
Oh, wouldn't it?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, halfway to Ione.
oh, not too bad.
Yeah. We used to get Christmas trees there.
Can't we do what the homeless does? We just go down to the bike trail and
I suppose.
Why not?
I suppose.
No, you can't do that. It's too much income.
You're right about that.
How about Discovery Park?
About Capitol
Think
Park,
of a news story.
I don't know where that is.
right next to Capitol.
It's not as easy as
Oh,
it appears
yeah.
to be.
What's that?
Being homeless or getting there.
That's true.
There you go.
they don't seem to have any trouble at all.
No, they don't. So why should we?
So does the club have any other activities between now and field day?
Okay, we have.
Well, they used to do that. kids'
I
day.
made a list.
Stay in the park.
There's the Bug Roundup on May 21st.
Bug
22nd.
Roundup, yes.
About May 20.
Bug Roundup and California QSO Party and
That's in the fall.
let's see, California's in January, I think. That's the one we did at Bob's house. No,
That was North America.
that's North America.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
California's in October.
California's in October, okay.
So May Bug Roundup.
Not as far away as it sounds.
No.
So the May Bug Roundup, Mike used to, promote the. Bug
That's another
Roundup.
thing, the promoting of that. I haven't a clue how to do that.
No, Robin, hey Rob, what are your ideas about it?
We'll probably need somebody to head that up.
Yeah, there's the chat room and all that gets set up,
Bug Roundup.
and I have no clue.
Maybe somebody in our Zoom audience
The
has.
chat
Oh,
room?
Bob does.
What was that? No.
Have a clue how to set that up? Oh,
We need his email lists, because I know he went on like the Al Craft Reflector and a whole bunch of the other.
Is it in
other
this computer?
things.
We have,
possibly.
we have 80 some odd, or is it 80 or 90 some odd emails, but those are all members.
Yeah.
Yes.
But beyond that, I don't know.
Emails of the Bug Roundup.
Did he
Yeah.
keep the sent files?
It might be in Google Drive.
SKCC?
There might be a file in Google Drive.
Okay.
We'll have to check it out.
Do we have access to Google Drive?
Yes,
Oh, good.
we do. We have access to W6SFM at Gmail, Samuel F. Morris Amateur Radio Club at Gmail.
There's a W6SFM.com at Gmail too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is that the one we have?
.com at?
I'm not sure.
Do you have all that access, David?
So
We
I
have-
subscribe
we
to the calendar
Okay, I
associated
need to
with
get
that
that from you
address,
too.
Oh,
and
okay.
on my calendar, this meeting comes up, but it's on that calendar, it's still listed as being at the church.
Yeah, something that
Yeah.
Mike had set up.
It might be
He
tied
had
into,
all kinds of things set up that,
yeah.
we may never have all those things, all those whistles and bells.
Right.
Um,
It may have been driven through
But-
the website.
yeah,
With some automatic calendar reminders and things like that.
yeah, there was
Okay.
lots of things like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, he was the kind of person that sat in front of his computer all day. And so this is just one more thing on his
Yeah, that's
list.
a soldering iron.
The soldering iron, so to
He's
speak.
working on a blowing up
What do you mean?
analyzer, I said he's either
Oh,
soldering,
okay, that, yeah.
he's either fixing something or he's on the computer.
Right, that's
Or,
true.
or he's feeding the bees.
Yeah, feeding the bees. Yeah. Okay, so
Okay.
need to find out the Bug Roundup list. And then also something that may or may not get reinstituted was the Tuesday night net was
Tuesday night, yeah.
on the internet also.
Oh, the YouTube, the live feed.
Live feed.
I think that's cheating.
And
Oh, they already got it on the, what Carol did, she set up a link to KFS.
yes,
Yeah, you can't, there's no text there, but you can hear it,
right.
which is the way I think it should be done anyway. But that's my
Yeah,
opinion.
I'm not that worried about having the text on there.
Well, I'm not either, but it's there, so you wanna listen to it. when you're on the road or something, you really get it fixed.
Yeah, I've done that.
You can dial in.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
I mean,
So
I think that's good enough.
that's probably kind of a low priority. If we run out of things to do, we can work on that.
Yeah. What about,
But I don't see us running out of things to do this year.
what else can I think of here?
Well,
Yeah.
you're president.
Okay, now, you guys get to do
Term limits.
Term limits.
term limit. Oh, yeah.
6 years?
Oh, I got a
Like,
question.
Reappointed.
All right, like,
No, we did that before and it didn't work out that well.
Who is the new?
John,
Okay.
what I'll do,
Yeah.
probably Monday, I'll put together a carbon copy of what we used at N6, N8 for our books.
Okay.
So we have an income statement that's broken down into profit and loss.
That was on
and
the
income,
graduate. Oh, yeah, I know it.
cash receipt journal.
And after that, bullet comes on.
Either paid via PayPal,
Thank you.
by cash. And
I'm listening to a meeting.
all the transactions broken down by month. So whenever we
So that's on Excel.
it's just an
So,
Excel. That's
Yeah, okay.
Real
Okay.
easy.
Good.
I've never participated in the bug roundup. I have only been around for about a year, but I'm willing to throw my hat in to work with somebody to try and figure out, do what I can to discover what's been sent out in the past and where it goes and help send out emails.
Yeah, okay, well, there's that and there's you've never participated, so you don't know, okay. There's a chat room that goes on and then you spot yourself when you're on there to encourage QSOs.
Mm-hmm. Do you know where the chat room was hosted?
Yeah, it's part of.
Through the website.
Part of WordPress.
Part of WordPress.
Or part of WordPress.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll poke around a little bit.
That's what I see. Oh, really?
Yeah, I figured that
Yeah.
much out.
On
So
a
it
good
was
on a
part
good
of-
day, I could get it to work enough for me to participate in the bug roundup.
About half the
But as
time.
far as setting it up, yeah, about half the time. On a good year, yeah. But
Well, I probably
as far as
figured it out.
setting it up, I
Yeah.
have no clue.
So this chat room was on the W6SFM website?
There was a link
Yeah.
to it.
We'll link to it, yeah.
That might be in the,
Yeah,
somewhere.
it was separate to the website.
You got a friend.
Like I said, it was a link.
Okay, so the
Carol-
chat room was.
Carol may
You know
be
what?
a resource.
I can
to-
chat with some of you who've done this in the past.
Well,
maybe
Carol
offline.
may be a resource
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm
because
thinking,
she's,
yeah.
She understands that stuff.
yeah, she may have some ideas on how
Okay.
I'm not saying
to do that. I don't think it's that complicated, but you kind of have to know.
You just gotta know where to go, yeah. Because she does, if you can get into W6SFM.com, that'll get you in there.
So,
Yeah,
do you want me to help?
sure.
So I'll follow up with you afterwards?
With Carol.
Yeah, that's fine.
I would say Carol.
Well, I can follow up with Carol, but I guess I kind of like to have whatever I'm doing be
Yeah.
coordinated with what,
Yeah, well,
okay,
somebody
that's fair.
else's
Yeah.
direction.
Or just CC me,
Yeah.
so I know CC each other,
Okay.
so I'm talking to each other.
I mean,
So we know what's going on.
Carol knows that
we love
the
paper.
link and the setup is in the
Cash
website.
rack.
Yeah.
So if you said, hey, I'd like to help volunteer to manage that,
Right.
what can I do to help? And
Okay.
maybe send Carol and copy John.
Okay.
Yeah,
He had a lot of stuff going on.
he
A
did.
lot of automated stuff.
He did, and half of it was in his brain, the other half's in the computer somewhere.
Nothing that 6 other people can't do.
Yeah, nothing to say other things they do. That's about it, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
Thanks, Mike.
yeah. That's why we're having 4 officers instead of basically 1. Well, we had 3 before, we never had a treasurer before, but,
No,
no.
no.
Still, yeah, I did mostly the physical stuff, the field day, bringing the stuff in and all that was
Right.
basically what I did. And, he just did everything. But those days are gone.
Yeah.
So we'll
You know,
figure it out.
Now,
John,
let's
as we're
run a normal
going
club.
through this stuff, as you have these ideas, it probably wouldn't hurt to say, okay, there's some things that are coming up and we make a note, at some point we need to find a meeting site, at some point we need to find a field day site, and at some point we would
Yeah.
need to find a just a whole bunch of
Bunch of stuff,
things
yeah.
that you
Every
can
time we come
probably
to line, I'll
just
make a
share with
list.
everybody, and we can start.
Send out an
collecting
email
the
when it gets up to
resources.
about 20 of them, yeah.
I don't think it's gonna take you very long to get to that either.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, the things you don't think about that.
It's
Yeah.
funny how that works, we used to do our field day out at the Dry Creek,
Oh,
I
right.
remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
and it was brutal, out there in that sun.
No, man. No
And
breeze.
I was out for a walk one day, and I went by that VFW hall in Faro, and I went in and talked to them. I said, yeah, if you're a war veteran, you can join this, and you can use that pavilion area. It's $100.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's why I joined VFW, so we could use that site.
Yeah,
And it's worked out very well.
Yeah.
There's gotta be other things around like that.
something like that, yeah.
And the nice thing about that is it's so close in.
Yeah.
If you wanna have people come by and see what's going on, it's
Did you guys have
easy to
visitors?
get 'em
People come
Maybe
by?
a different VFW hall.
Yeah.
there. That works.
The chances of
But,
something
but
going on.
there's, there's
Other
all kinds
things,
of facilities, there's all kinds of churches. My wife belongs to this group called the Thursday Women's Club.
Mhm.
They have their own building. Of
Wow.
course, I
Wow.
don't think they'd want a bunch of ham radio guys in the middle of their women's club, but, there are organizations like that around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And typically, they do wish to rent them out so they generate a little bit of revenue.
Yeah.
In fact, I looked into the city of Citrus Heights. They've got a really nice meeting, I got several, I think 3 meeting rooms, 2 or 3 meeting rooms. But they want a lot of money, they want $250 a night to use their
A
meeting
night?
room. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so that's a lot. Oh.
Well, but you can't spend the night
can't
there.
meet there.
You don't
Which
wanna
is
spend
the
the
other
night,
part
you
of
just
field day that's an issue, is where can you spend the night?
Right.
Oh.
So, but again, if we all have that list and start thinking about places, we probably can come up with something.
Those are good ideas.
Yeah.
As far as the meeting place, till we outgrow these 2 rooms, it's not really a problem.
No.
And the rent's cheap.
The rent's cheap. Somebody brings cookies
Free
once a
coffee.
month. Free coffee.
Free coffee,
Yeah.
oh, I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta
Are you
get that.
feeling better now about that? You gonna scratch it a little more? Oh, there you go, okay, you're feeling better.
You got your answer. Okay, well, it's break time then.
Break time.
Who wants coffee?
Hey,
I'll go for coffee.
yeah, let's go.
Wake me up.
Or is it Mike and say, snack time? Who brought the snacks?
And here, just to show everybody, Millie made these.
Oh my God.
Just
Billy,
to show everybody what they're missing.
Wow, Millie.
Let's get a picture of this, yeah.
Yeah.
By coming on Zoom and not coming in person, this is what you're missing.
Wait a minute, what else do you have for the Zoom guy?
Neil wants to know.
Neil wants to know what kind of wine we're
Hey,
having.
put it by the camera so we can be jealous.
Watch people eat, there you go.
Okay, don't want a coffee?
Is the camera up there on the curtain rod?
It's right there, yeah.
Get one. Thank you.
You want,
See if I can help out.
Hey, Neil, I think it's a bring your own.
Medium, you want,
BYO?
Sprinklers at the end of our property.
Well, I just finished my wine glass here, so.
Oh,
Fire
yeah,
alarm.
that's good.
And so.
Well, there you go. He's holding a cookie up.
Keep it at the end of the.
Oh, that's fat
Ah,
meat.
lovely.
Move it away, move it away. It's too fat meat.
Is it
No
chocolate
close-ups
chip
of-
or oatmeal raisin?
Yeah, no close-ups allowed.
Sure is brown, but summer and
So
burnt.
good, too.
2 years ago, I mean, it was big, they brought in a bottle.
Yeah, it's like we can smell it from here, right?
Yeah, right.
It's like-
The reason I don't go is because I can't have my wine glass and I'll have to drive home.
That's right.
That's true.
Yeah, that's tough.
This is a strange machine. If you put it on, the big cup, it only goes up to about here.
Yeah, you, yeah.
So I did have to do it. Do you have that problem with yours?
Only, I think pleasure in life, if I ever get cancer or something, is I'll give up and eat all the good stuff that I can. Pies and dressing at Thanksgiving and all that kind of stuff.
be an issue.
Like, you be painting them or you get stuff, don't you get torches your gut? I don't know if that's what
Yeah,
this thing is.
apparently, if you go back to eating it, it really tortures you.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Sick and you don't.
Yeah, that's no fun either.
I didn't know I had it. It was an accident.
There's a reason why we're
I
deciding
said,
to go.
oh,
There you
oops.
go.
Tell me
Let
about
us
that.
go live.
Whoa.
Anyway, yeah, everything else is going okay. Quartet pulled the plug on the second, so.
Chris, you want me to get you a cookie? Or are you gonna get up and get your own?
Okay. See if I can handle it now. Thanks.
Did you hear me?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying
Do
attention.
you wanna
sorry.
get up and get a cookie or you
Oh,
want me
yeah,
to get one
I'll
for
get-
you?
put my stuff away.
Florida.
Okay, I think there's a
Yeah.
white cord
These are
fell
good.
off the table.
Oh, probably wants to.
We don't wanna trip on it.
Let's see how John did with the coffee.
Yeah.
Chris,
Yep.
here's your
Very
coffee, here's your
good, thank
cookies.
you.
Good coffee, too.
Grounded himself.
Who else wants coffee?
I'm good.
Good, I brought
You're
one.
only gonna give Chris one cookie?
I give him two, I know.
Oh, okay.
Oh. I have to listen to him when I drive him home.
Oh, yeah. They didn't feed me much, I know.
There's no sugar in there.
Yeah,
Okay.
try it over here.
We don't need
You like it
sugar in
black?
this chocolate chip.
Oh, we only have fake sugar, you don't have
Coffee.
real thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, there's everything you need over there. All the other crude.
Oh, that's good.
You want sugar, Phil?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't even see any real sugar here.
Honey, it's,
It's where?
I think it's on the counter right there.
I don't
She's
see
hiding
it.
it from you.
In the jar marked sugars.
Mm-hmm. That,
I don't even think
actually
they
probably
make
true.
Bob, do you do work with websites at all?
They work.
I don't do a whole lot. I work in tech, but I don't do very much web
No, it's
coding.
not.
I mean, you know,
Well,
so it's not completely foreign to me.
And then you
Okay.
got
Oh, this.
You might be able to figure it out.
Tea.
You know, and I think having some
Chocolate
bad
chip
arrow
goes through the whole
would be
cookie.
It must be some chat room posted someplace else and that it's just a link from the website.
I don't bake cookies
But I,
normally
you
because I
know,
eat them.
knowing
It's
where
called,
that
it's called
They're made to be
Chattanooga or
eaten.
Chat, something like
is.
that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it, I mean, it works really good. I mean, people can, you register, you can.
You do like them crunchy good.
They're very good, thank you.
Put a little logo in there.
They're
and
not burnt.
stuff. I think it's called Chattanooga.
Chat,
That's what I remember.
probably dash
Chat.
a.
You did good on coffee, John. I'm proud of you.
It's Chattanooga.
And that's caffeine.
Nuka chat.
Learn in the Army,
I
John.
don't think that's it.
Sugar.
I go to bed at
My
11.
bad.
I wake
What'd you
up
have it in there
at
for?
30.
It's in my club box.
Regardless,
Oh,
That's it.
regardless of coffee or
our
not coffee.
casino club.
See, I go to bed at 3.
Oh,
about
Chat
3:15.
Tango. Try that.
Ah,
If I
Try
have
that.
coffee. Oh,
Chat
really? Yeah.
Tango.
Doesn't do anything to me.
Yeah.
Chat Tango app.
Try that.
And I can sleep through anything.
Tango
In
live
fact, when I
stream.
first got to Vietnam,
Yeah, there it is. Chat
I've
Tango.
been up for I don't know how many hours, you know, that nonsense. I'm in this temporary barracks.
I believe that's it.
Filthy, dirty barracks.
Social video
Beat to
live
death.
stream
I'm
platform.
asleep.
Hmm.
In the middle of the night, I wake up. They had been dancing mortars down the perimeter. The mortars didn't wake me up. It's the fool running out of the building trying to get to the bomb shelter who woke me up when I crashed into my bunk.
You become attuned to certain noises.
Not mortars.
Yeah. I used to work on drilling ships.
Oh.
So you put the
things
charger
just
away?
vibrate, and they're noisy.
Chris?
I don't know, there
You
are
put the
so
charger
many
away?
Or
versions
something
of
else would wake you up.
Just
As soon
charge
as
it
you
up.
get
Good
there,
now.
Is it a video?
Video
Video
I couldn't
chat.
sleep because it was too quiet.
Started out good though.
Yeah, yeah,
Good, good.
yeah.
So
Crazy.
you should have more capacity than you had before.
Southern
Oh, I think
Because those are 1.6 instead of 1.
Crashing into each other
Yeah.
as they're
Yeah.
pulling our trains.
I remember that, yeah.
Hmm.
Did you hear that? What?
And there's 2 of them, so that means theoretically you have 3 amp hours.
3 amp hour, yeah. Oh, that would be nice.
Because
As
it's-
opposed
Each one's paralleled,
mm-hmm.
so that makes
Yeah, the other one for 1050, so.
that makes 1.5. Yeah, 1.5. That
We
makes
could also
2.
use something like Slack
Yeah.
or Discord, like create our own
Almost
Discord.
2.1.
Yeah,
Or actually,
that's this.
1.6, 1.6.
Yeah, they used it, when we did field day, and you could
Yeah,
just
you
take
got
those individual sites in your home
Uh-huh.
and combine it as a club. And so they use Discord to
Oh,
say, hi, I just made 23 contacts.
Right.
Well, I
You want
made
a copy?
63.
Okay.
I haven't made any.
I'm
what's
in
wrong?
two.
We want, you gotta stay up here on the air all night.
They're pretty good, aren't
It doesn't matter to me, I don't care.
You don't care?
It's my first one.
We like
I mean, I'm not
Sure.
there.
dark, medium.
Okay, it's number 8.
Give me medium, I guess.
Medium.
They're excellent.
Medium, give me a regular medium, how's that?
Blend.
Huh?
Regular medium.
You have a
All right.
KX3, don't you?
What do you
Kicks
have?
too.
KX2.
Yeah.
Are you having a drink now, Chris?
Yeah.
Took it camping, I had a KX3.
Screwdriver.
Took it camping.
No,
I couldn't hear anything. Just absolutely nothing. Everybody
It's all on that phone.
no CW, no nothing. And I finally looked at the radio, and the preamplifier was turned off.
Hello?
All of a sudden, you get signal.
Oh,
It made that much difference, just 3 amp on and off.
Your coffee?
Yeah, really. That's
Do you have
interesting.
some coffee?
yeah, oh yeah.
Getting it for you. You want another cookie?
Oh, good.
Then I made
You're
few.
good?
Wow.
Very good. I'm having a third one.
Uh,
I got napkin right here.
Okay.
Lazy.
sent you the,
It's got a couple of
you
hands.
should have an email.
Stuck them next to each other.
From David.
Light bulb out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, from David.
20 and 40.
Last time we sent an email through the club system, it took a day and a half to
Okey-dokey.
show up, so we didn't do it that way.
My club is over there.
Vertical open rig.
Oh, thank you.
It's a,
Yeah, we thought we failed, but it was just
PVC.
I don't know.
Piece of wire.
bounces around 2 or 3 servers, whatever it
Like
does.
this and 2 ham sticks, which is smaller.
If this one works.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, and you don't have to.
Should have one from David.
Do you want me to forward it again?
So what is it, what is it?
I can do that right now.
Is it?
Vertical.
His call sign's not on there,
Actually,
but
that
it's,
video's on our website. You can go through.
I can send it again.
Along with
he's
all
gonna
the-
send it again.
all the drawing,
What address?
Yes.
detail.
Here,
Who designed it?
let me just give the phone to David.
Tomorrow,
Tom.
hang on a minute.
Is it,
Hello?
is it vertical dipole?
It's a vertical.
Okay.
And
Oh, yeah,
the
Carol,
20
let me-
meter version,
So, I did an email this
It's about
evening,
6 feet
using
tall.
the email addresses that John
and it's just
had
made out of
that went
PVC.
out, but I'm gonna forward
Pop
this
pieces together, string the
email
wire
to
around it,
you.
and
So you drink your coffee straight?
right
How does he
now.
get multi-band out of it?
Let's see here.
change the.
All the addresses that he had
It
in
only
here
takes like
got
40
sent.
minutes.
You should have been in here, but, let's
And
do
40,
this. Let
we
me
have to
forward.
Do some
I
checks.
know
I
it's gonna
actually
be easier.
designed one
Let's
for
do
40.
this. Let's try
I've got a
it.
pair of phase verticals at home, so I
Well,
disconnect.
no, if I forward it to you, it should be
second
fine. I
antenna,
just didn't want it to have to
separated
go
the
back up to
vertical
you.
Very
from the-
But I don't
from the
think it
ground
will.
plane. And
Okay,
this
so
one I
what
just
is your
used the
email
vertical element,
address?
And I did the open ring ground, fired it up,
KP4MD.
and I had reports from all over the.
There you are.
Reverse
Okay.
beacon network, or
MD.
just contacts or reverse beacon network.
Oh, I have some like dark road
Reverse
stuff in
beacon.
church.
They were all like
Net.
16.
Okay, yeah, I think your address popped up different, so let's see, KP4MD
Heavy-duty.
I'm forwarding
Do you
you.
want this at the table or
Let's see
what?
here now, what's the
Yeah,
deal?
well,
Okay.
yeah,
I'll take it.
anyway.
And the height,
Sorry.
the 40.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, my vertical.
Okay, I just sent it.
Oh,
So,
About 21.
the full, let's see if it comes over. And,
Here you go.
I just reused my
let's see
loading coil
here.
and the air pin, and it was.
Let's see, the other way to do this
All those
is,
details are on that meeting.
that's one way.
Oh, thank you, John.
You can
Let's
just
see
go to
if
our
I
site,
can do
watch
it
the thing.
N6NA.
N6NA, and there's a link there that goes back, and shows you how to
Oh,
build a
here.
PVC version.
Invite,
All the pieces you
so
need.
I'm gonna send it to
assembly
you
procedure,
again,
all that stuff.
just as a backup page.
Restrooms
Doing
just down the
this from
hall
the
too, if
computer
anybody needs
now.
it.
Did you do Winterfield?
Form the at
I did.
How many contacts did you make?
ARRL.net.
I think,
Five or 500?
Less than 100.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah,
see,
I
Or
ran,
not much less.
copy invite
yeah, I
link,
ran QRP,
Yeah.
copy invitation.
CW, of course.
Well, on that contest, you can get multipliers by,
Yeah, ended up.
what I did is started out on 10 meters,
Yeah.
did a few
Oh,
CW
fabulous.
contacts,
Right,
and then
Yes.
go down to band.
meet somebody over on sideband, and then you get a multiplier there
Be
Yeah.
popping
for a
up here
second
any
mode
minute.
on the same
Modes and
band.
band.
So I
Yeah, you
did
can
that
be
on,
strategic.
did that on 10,
Yeah.
15,
Yeah.
Yeah,
20,
add up.
40,
Mhm.
80,
Take
and
naps by the
160.
fireplace
Oh, there,
and
yeah,
drink
there
to
you
the
are.
sport.
There you go.
Make a few contacts.
All right, we'll talk
Go
to you
for
in
a
a bit.
hike.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On your bad knee.
I'm gonna ride till it wears out and I gotta put a new one in. I'm not gonna put any shit on hold. We're old enough
I
already.
don't know how.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Cough, cough.
True, now or never. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it
Put it
wears
off,
out,
you may not see it.
put another one in.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
All
have
right.
a fake one in there right now?
On the right side,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, but
Okay,
two
Carol.
operations on this one,
Yeah.
one on that.
We need one on my right side.
Yeah, I'm in. Thank you.
Okay, Carol, we're having our coffee and cookies right now.
Good. Bon appetit.
Going out, but he's right.
Just going for seconds.
Yeah, go for seconds.
So your house Saturday, huh?
Yes,
All right. Oh,
we're building 2-meter Yankees.
So Chris, you doing good with everything tonight?
Cool.
yeah,
What kind of
good.
boom?
Got a new battery.
What kind of boom?
It's all aluminum.
Coming
It's,
good,
it's
yeah.
only 30.
For you guys that are here on Zoom, if you don't have coffee, I'll go ahead and brew a cup for us.
It's all metal.
Yeah, you gotta have.
Metal.
You gotta do Metaverse.
Oh my gosh, you got beer and wine there. That's good.
Wine glass.
I see that. Neil has a
Attaboy,
wine.
Neil.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get a case of
I
wine.
don't have to drive home.
Yeah, this is imported from Colorado.
That's the
Very
real.
good.
Big spender.
You're having an 807 in the true spirit of ham radio.
Yeah.
Anything better than that is an 813.
Yep, 807s.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was actually asleep. I didn't sleep well last night, and actually I drove to see my dad.
How's he doing?
They actually allowed an in-person visit for the first time today.
Oh, wow.
Good.
So
No,
I
I'm
spent,
free already.
And
spent
how
2
is he
hours-
doing, Carol?
he's they have him propped up in a wheelchair. He's still weak on his left side. So, and the physical therapy is working with him, but he is alert. He's able to talk. And we spent 2 hours with him. I was doing a live video stream during the visit, so the family back east could hear and see him. So this was very exciting. It's the first time I had been able to spend a good amount of time with my dad. For those of you who don't know, 96 years old, and he suffered a stroke on the 7th of February, which caused weakness on the left side. It's the first time he's had a stroke. So he's at a great risk for falls, and that's why they're giving him rehabilitation. And the best VA center for that is the one in Martinez. It's about an 80-minute drive from here. So
Right.
yeah, I was there from 11 o'clock to a little bit past 1. They allowed me to stay there. Usually it's only 1 hour, but they didn't have anybody else on the schedule for visits. So that I spent a little bit over 2 hours with him. And that was really good. But I was just so bushed when I got home because I didn't sleep well last night. So I was in bed, opened my eyes, and I see it's already 8 p.m. And I know I missed the opening of this meeting. I wanted to be here because I need to know what we have to do with the website since I'm working with that. So that's about it. I know all you guys are having your cookies and warm milk there.
Carol, you now have a volunteer assistant.
Yeah. My name's Bob, and I'll be reaching out to you by email.
She's muted.
Oh, so Carol, Bob, who's here tonight, KA9MDP, he would like to offer to help with some of the website activities. We were on the topic of the bug roundup, and you know how Mike has that set up on the website and gets people to sign up and then do the chat tango deal that has a link and all that business. So he offered to try to help with some of that if it would be appropriate or possible to do that. He was.
I welcome that very much. Yes.
Yeah, perfect. So
Yeah, we know you have, another club you're doing that and the ARRL stuff. So we're not trying to load you down too much, but.
And a dad who's.
And a dad.
Attention.
But this, setting up this web stuff, I don't have a clue. On a good day, I can navigate a website that somebody else put together. That's on a good day. By the way, Carol, I'm curious, Mike had the thing set up so every member had an email with his or her call at ARRL, at W6SFM.com.
Yes.
How much trouble is that, and how much expense is it to keep that going? To me, it's not something that's essential. It's handy, but we can always look each other up on QRZ. So if it's something that's high maintenance for somebody that's not looking for something extra to do, to me, it's non-essential. Is what I'm saying.
I really, honestly, wholeheartedly agree with that. I actually hadn't investigated how he had that set up, and I will look into it. And I think it's probably best that we divest ourselves of that service. It's not such a big deal. Everybody already has their email address. Like you said.
I've never used it.
Yeah.
Not just like find out.
Yeah, I don't think it's that hard of a thing to do.
To look
I
up.
think it's a forwarding thing. You just kind of set it up on the email server, which I don't know how to do. But anyway, I'll go with what Carol says.
Yeah, I mean, how many people consider this service indispensable? Is this something they absolutely, I've never used my KP4MD at W6SFM.com address. I've never ever used it.
No.
I don't even use the ARRL one. I just, my email's simple. It's my call at Gmail.
What it is, John, your email
But
from SFM go to your Gmail.
yeah, I know, it
like
transfers
mine
over. Yeah. Well, the other way around goes from SFM
does. That's what
to.
I said.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But when I talk to you, I just go to ubk@gmail.com. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Directly.
Yeah.
I don't go through SFM.
The only thing is, when people email me, they need to start putting include their call in there. Because to me, hams don't have last names; they just have first names and calls.
Well,
I mean, in my mind.
yeah. Well, I do have another address I can send you.
I got yours. I don't need yours.
Yeah, but I got a ham one, AI6U.
So who's looking at the mailbox for admin at W6SFM?
I think Carol's gone through that.
Carol's monitoring that?
She had been, and I think anything that was in there, she had forwarded.
Well, let's ask her. She's right there.
Carol, are you monitoring and managing the admin at W6SFM.com mailbox?
Well, I haven't been doing it regularly, but I'm logged in there right now. Yeah, there's yeah, we do have a new order here. I should go ahead and forward this.
For club membership?
Yeah, for membership, and it's from Dennis Wade.
Who's on the call?
Yeah, he's there.
Here I am. Yeah, I paid my dues.
Yeah, that's a renewal then.
We got it, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. I think I have the information. I just kind of overwhelmed by this whole thing
Hmm.
and haven't delved into it much yet. As a matter of fact, yeah, some of the Mike used to take the money at the in-person meetings and write the person's name or call on it, and then I guess he recorded it later. So I have some of those bills that I can't make out the name, so I guess I'm gonna have to make up a list of everybody that I know is a paid up member and send it to everybody, and if they are paid up and it doesn't show it, let me know and we'll figure it out. I don't know what else to do.
I would think that PayPal, you can go back through the history of PayPal if you have access to PayPal.
Well, yes, but I have a couple of these
You just
that
can't.
didn't go through PayPal.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I gave him cash.
Yeah, I got
never
yours.
went to PayPal.
I got yours.
I remember you giving them the cash.
Well, I'll just go through
I
that.
think Neil did at the same time. but
Yeah.
Okay, I got Neil, N15L, is that right?
KO10.
KL7HQR.
It's pretty close.
You're bad.
Contest.
Yeah, well, it was a little fuzzy on there.
And he
It
went
was
out.
blurred and, yeah.
That's a good call sign.
QRM.
So Neil is,
See?
Yeah, I'm right here. So it's November Echo India Lima, KL7 Hotel Queen Radio.
okay. KL7HQR. Okay, because it looked like N15L, but
That
anyway,
would be a name.
it's got to
It's
be,
Neil.
there's only one Neil. Okay, so that takes that, okay. DQ Rob, I have him.
Okay.
I have Chicken Side of Fair Oaks, Mike.
Ooh,
I have Phil.
Chicken side of Fair Oaks.
that's it. Chicken side, yep.
Well, he's on the chicken side of
Oh, I
the
now.
chicken
begin
side of
getting it.
Sunrise. I'm on the turkey side of Sunrise, and not too many make it past on a
Ah,
busy
they're my
day at
neighborhood
least.
now.
Yeah,
There's a checkpoint.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Continue.
So that's what I call the chicken side and the. Okay, then there's Art, and then there's
They're burning up the
PGQ.
power plant.
Rob.
Now I got Neil down here again.
Wow.
So that's the KL7, yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
You
So
guys have a second Neil in the club?
I don't know. It's Mike scribbled notes on the money that people left rather than making a list, and so some of it's a little faded,
So if you spend the money, you lose the note?
I guess. Anyway, so then there's Rob,
KIX.
KIX, and MURO, Key, BEGE. So I don't know who that one is.
Huh?
Well, the Bee Gees are a rock band from way back.
Way back, yeah,
Cabbage is a vegetable.
right. And then we have Geno, Geno. So that's still a question mark.
Okay. Mark those off somewhere. I know where they are.
And this is a question mark.
Oh, it is. Okay.
So we got two people paid up that I don't even know who they are.
So only 2 question marks?
Yeah, that's not bad. We got rid of.
Gugino and.
That's better than I started out with. We've got a few of them solved here.
Yeah, I don't think I've sent my dues in. I'll go ahead and I'll do it right now through PayPal. Is that okay?
Yeah, I guess we'll be getting access to that fairly soon.
Or would you prefer I just bring you a check?
We can't deposit any money in.
Yeah, we don't have any place to deposit it, so PayPal is fine.
Okay.
Carol, a number of years ago, we used to have the bug roundup advertised in QST, and I think it was under the special event stations.
Uh-huh.
I can't remember. I can't find. I was back then. I was doing paper emails and stuff like that. So I can't find a lot of that information, but I believe it was with them. But I think they have like a 3 or 4 month deadline, right? It has to be in there like 3 or 4 months ahead of time.
Yeah, I think it's at least 3 months. So if you try to do it now, it's kind of late for the May bug roundup.
Right. Well, we could still, look forward to November, but I will. I had done that before for 2 years, and then Mike kind of took it over, and I said, okay, well, and then it didn't get into QST anymore. So, but I think I've always had people ask me why we didn't advertise in QST.
Well, I could certainly push it out to the Sacramento Valley section. I have access to do that.
Right. Yeah, I think you've done that before, right?
Yes.
That's kind of like an online thing, right?
Yeah, it's online and it goes out as emails to the individual, all the ARRL members.
Okay. All right.
So is there a charge for that?
No.
No.
Now, it's a special event station, you call it. Is that only, we don't have a special events station, really.
You don't need that unless you want to change your call sign. You want to keep the W6SFM, right?
Right, okay.
That might be a special event.
Special event ones that I would know of are the ones that are just made for a particular holiday or something.
When they did the
Yeah,
100-year
one by
anniversary,
one
remember,
calls.
they would have
Right.
W180 different locations.
Okay, so that's not a problem if we don't have to have a special call
No.
for that. Okay, good.
No.
What else have we got?
Well, does anybody have any show and tell?
That was my question.
Hey Neil, show us your wine glass again.
Should I have a key on it?
And what is
It's been refilled.
Hey, it's show and tell, not show off and tell.
Well, we'll take it for this once. Show off will be okay.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Show off and tell, right?
Yeah,
Is it a Pinot or a Dago Red?
This is a Cabernet. Oh, Cabernet Sauvignon.
Bad crowd.
The 2022 vintage.
February.
As
Kevin
new
just
as I
got
can
on.
get it.
One of that old rotten stuff.
So Kevin just came on, is that right?
Kevin, do you have anything to say?
No, I didn't just come on. I just corrected my name thing. I realized I could put Kevin, my call sign in there.
Oh, okay.
Is that Kate, man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So,
That's me.
Kevin, I did get your email asking how to do the membership, but I didn't have an answer, so that's why I didn't email you yet. But
Oh, okay. Well, I caught the drift here, and
yeah,
yeah, it was a text actually.
right. Yeah, text, email. Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
phone
no
stuff.
big.
Yeah.
It's all phone stuff, and I'm still looking for the rotary dial on it. But anyway,
I hear you.
And your finger might get stuck in the hole.
my finger might get stuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you can do it on PayPal.
Oh, okay. I've done it that way before. Okay.
Because like Phil said, we don't have a way to deposit the checks yet anyway. So that's as good a place as any to go ahead and collect it all.
Okay, no sweat. I'll do it.
Appreciate the inquiry.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, no sweat.
A little sweat won't hurt you.
Not usually.
Caught me just before I dozed off.
Yeah, that happens to the best of us. We've even had the secretary doze off here once or twice.
Not tonight.
Not tonight, no. It's been a while, but once you get a reputation,
That's it.
it's hard to get rid
Especially
of.
on the air.
Yeah, especially on nets.
Yeah. Yeah, I always save him till the end, though.
Give him enough sleeping time.
Yeah, yeah. That's it.
Yeah, I can't do that when I'm net control. Haven't worked that out yet.
Okay, so bogus roundup. Anybody that hadn't heard that? We need to get ready for bogus roundup. Not bogus roundup.
Bogus story.
Bogus story contest. And I'd appreciate it if everybody would submit one. But we only have one or two. It's kind of hard to vote on them, you know. We need to have a good supply of,
Actually,
bogus
one
stories.
makes it easy.
I'll bring
Yeah,
mine.
but it's no fun.
I'll bring mine from 2018.
Like I said, most of us won't remember it, so that's fine.
Don't even remember.
That's fine.
Bogus story.
Bogus
Yeah.
story, yeah. You went around for that, Phil, were you, in 2018?
There's a swap coming up, isn't there?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, March 19th.
Good point. Yeah, March 19th.
Loomis.
And then for those
Loomis,
of you that
not
forget
Lincoln,
that,
Loomis. I always get those
starting up again in
L
February,
towns confused.
In April. Oh, okay. Yeah.
What was that?
The Bay Area, the E-Flea they used to hold down there at Fry's. It's been closed for 2 years. Of course, Fry's shut down now, but they're
Yeah.
starting up again in April.
Right, it?
No,
No, the
Oh,
swap
the
meet.
swap meet.
So is that Livermore?
That's
That's
all.
what
It's,
people
it's,
talk about?
it's gonna be next door to the Sunnyvale Library this time.
Sunnyvale.
All right.
Sunnyvale.
Yeah,
Sunnyvale.
Livermore used to have one, but
That's way down south.
Way
yeah,
down
you
there,
know.
yeah.
Remember
You
when
hop
we
on the
took
old
it out behind the
commuter train.
fairgrounds in the dirt? You ever go to those?
once.
Once, me too. No, I think I did.
Yeah, there's another one in June. Oh wait, I think I got the wrong year.
I hate it when they.
Doesn't matter.
You dig
No,
those
no,
up
no.
and
I
you
got.
get
I'm sorry. It's June 4th, 2022. Speaking of road trips, this one's in Nevada.
Minden.
Oh, Minden.
Yeah, Minden and 7 RCA.
Oh, yeah.
As
Minden.
long as you don't stop at the casino, it's okay.
Right, keep
I
going.
had no desire for that.
Is there a casino in Minden?
Oh, probably.
Is it Nevada?
They're in the
Yeah, right.
gas station.
Every gas
station's
Yeah.
casino
I don't know if it's
Well,
all
it's-
county or
it's-
just most of them, but
Hey, California.
It's south of Carson City, so I think you're missing most of the casinos.
Well, they have one at Boomtown too yet,
oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
in
They have
Bird
a
Eye.
swap meet at Boomtown. They have had.
right, that's in July.
I
That's
haven't
kinda
gone to
handy.
that far.
The
Yeah.
shady lady or something.
We used to go skiing at Boomtown.
At Boomtown.
Well, you
See
stayed
there.
at Boomtown.
Oh, you stay there and go up. Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
Bargain rates cost me a fortune.
It's marketing.
That was then. What about now?
I have no idea.
Who knows? Yeah.
Hello, I was scanning through the inbox on the W6SFM mail here, and there was an item that looked important. It had to do with the tax ID. PayPal sent the request. They said the tax ID didn't match, and I forwarded that on to both Phil and Bob there.
Yeah, that's,
I mean, John.
that's gonna be,
That could be a
that's gonna-
problem.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big
Congratulations.
It's gonna be a big problem.
Yeah.
So does Mike's tax ID disappear?
I think it probably did.
Probably by now, huh?
Yeah, there's something the Social Security produces called the dead file, which has Social Security numbers of dead people.
Right. Oh, did you get into that?
Yeah,
I don't know how fast you get into it, but I know you have to be dead to be on it.
I don't wanna be there.
Or not.
Oh, no, you're on it. That means you're not here. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I imagine that's what it's about. And then that's
That's
another,
probably how they. Yeah.
that's another ballyhoo.
Yeah.
Because they'll want to keep the money.
Well,
Yeah,
it's all about reporting.
But we could just put a hiatus on dues for a couple of months till we get it sorted out.
But there's money money
There's
there.
stuff
I know
already
there's
there.
money there.
There's money
but I'm
already there.
Thinking, well, let's not have anybody put more money in.
Well, you know, we're talking 20
Hey,
bucks.
do I get my money
Change the
back?
Scope of things.
Hmm.
But that issue is, that tax ID thing is a real issue, and I really don't know how it's dealt with. Poor Lynette.
Well, that'll technically become Lynette's also, I guess.
It is.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only place it can go.
Yeah. So I better alert her of that. When was that dated, Carol?
It was last month. I just forwarded the
Oh,
email.
okay. All right, I'll get it off of there.
Yeah, show it to her.
Yeah, I'll forward that to Lynette and call her about it.
Yeah.
Well, it's self-explanatory, I guess.
Well, how's Lynette and the kids doing?
Pretty good, all things considered. She's pretty savvy,
Yeah, she is.
so she's getting things figured out, and Phil is helping her get the rig expert stuff repaired. And
I get to look at, you're gonna be out of business now, huh?
well, that's hard to say. Yeah,
Don't tell them.
that could be.
It depends on how many artillery pieces they get hit
What
with.
that is.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
might be.
gosh.
Yeah.
What town are they
I don't know what town.
They're in Kiev.
There.
Oops.
There's 30 people that work there in Kiev, and you know, all the boards and stuff are built off-site. You know, the subcontractors, they do the final assembly there. It's an interesting group of people.
Yeah.
They build some gorgeous stuff.
Pretty savvy, I gotta say.
They're on top of it.
You
Yeah.
know, there are a lot of good little companies over there. There were.
Putin will take care
That's
of
what Putin thought too, yeah. Okay, so is there anything else we need to bring up?
Well, we did get our receipt of payment to Zoom for the Zoom account. I don't know if you were aware of that. That came in on Monday.
What is that about?
No, you did
Did
that. You paid for that, John, I think.
Did they bill one?
Right, payment for Zoom last month.
Oh, like a monthly thing, right?
Oh, okay, so it must be.
Right, it's a monthly. That comes from PayPal, which could become a problem.
What is it?
Oh, that's
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to Lynette about that.
Okay.
Just like the bank account, I guess she needs to
Mhm.
present a death certificate. I don't know how you do that to PayPal. It's not like going down to the corner bank.
It's the same game, you know, they send you the notice, you respond to the notice, and I don't know how it goes beyond that. I had an issue with PayPal once several years ago, and it was a task straightening it out.
Yeah, but I mean with the Wells Fargo, you go down to the local Wells Fargo with the
Talking to
with the
manager.
death certificate.
Yeah.
But where do you go? I guess you have to mail one somewhere.
Well,
Email attachment.
I suspect that email you're about to get has some detail.
Yeah,
about
it
that.
should, yeah. Yeah, it's been done before, I'm sure.
Yeah, I just looked on PayPal and they have a in their help they have a thing like how do I close an account of a deceased relative, which is not exactly what we want to do, but they say they list out what they want, like copy of the death certificate and the place to mail it.
Okay, yeah, Lynette will have to do that.
Yeah.
Well, that's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, that brought
But
something up that
then
we need
you're gonna
to,
have to set up a new PayPal.
which we can't
Yeah, it
do.
does say if you're an executor or administrator of the deceased estate. So it's probably Lynette that has to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should open up our own second account.
But
Well,
then
of course,
again,
but we need the tax ID number first.
yeah,
Well, I was
Back
saying
to
we
the-
should open up an
the
account
22 again.
for us that's not tied to Mike,
yeah, but it has.
Mike's tax ID.
Has to
it
be
has
tied to
in
somebody.
somebody's name.
Yeah, well,
You have to attach a social security number to it.
that's where it's the president and treasurer usually that do that, and
Yeah, but neither
then
one of us wish to report that income.
and then when we become a 503c or whatever corporation, we can transfer it to a corporation ID. So that's inspiration to get moving on that one.
Inspiration.
Well, it's not a lot of money either. It's only, depending on
Yeah,
your
it's not a huge amount. We don't know exactly.
effective tax rate, it's probably a few dollars.
It's true.
Okay,
It's not a huge amount.
I got a question here. Who's the newest member online tonight? Is it you, Wilson? You're pretty new, right? Is Wilson here?
Yeah, Wilson's on.
Do you have the bylaws in front of you? The reason I ask, because the copy I have and that John has, and most of it have, is from 2013. And if you look at it, it's skipped from Article 5 to Article 7. There's no Article 6.
I think that's where term limits are supposed to go.
Yeah, maybe Microsoft.
Yeah, that must have been by design.
No, I think Mike changed that.
Like the 13th floor of the building, yes.
Yeah, I think Mike changed that because he wanted to make it like every 2 or 3 years that there was an election because there was nobody stepping up to be president.
Right. That was like
So I think what he did is he just eliminated that term limits provision.
it was never in there.
Well, yeah.
So I don't know what happened to Article 6.
No, we have an early copy of it's not in there either.
That's what I'm asking. So you have an Article 6 in your
Yeah,
bylaw.
has anybody seen an Article 6 in any of their bylaw copies?
Well, I've got I used to have some copies here, but I can't find them. I just got to dig around. I'm sure I filed them, but I'll see what I can find.
Okay.
Well, maybe Mike has it somewhere on that, I don't know where he would have it, but maybe it's somewhere on that laptop or someplace,
Possibly.
if you ever modified it.
So are you suggesting that we need a bylaws committee at some point, or what?
We have to bring a lemon, right?
I don't know about a committee, but maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some things we'll have to change.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt about
Either
that.
that or correct and put it,
Right.
make it a 7, a 6, and a 7, and, an 8, or whatever it was, 8 or 7, yeah.
If Lynette's agreeable, I think it would probably be simplest if that account is put into her name, and then once we get our corporate thing squared away, we do one transfer, instead of trying to hodgepodge around and dance around the issue, just
I like that
have
idea.
it revert in her name until such time we get the other side of it set up, and then do the
Yeah, that would be
That sounds
ideal.
simple.
It'd be the cleanest. Otherwise,
There'll be two one from PayPal and one from Wells Fargo.
Right.
Yeah, just.
I don't know if it's actually call it a transfer. Probably write
Well,
a check and deposit in.
Well, since, what's the proper term? When you assume legal control, I can't think of it.
Assignment?
No, power of attorney,
Oh.
the power of attorney kind of thing. Then the account would revert to her, and it's in her name until such time that the funds are diverted. And as it stands now, most of the income probably came in during the year 2021. I don't know how many people paid their dues early, but I would think it was a fairly substantial percentage of them. So it's already gonna show as Mike's income.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much happened this year. It's the part that's this year that's gonna become probably a small issue to be dealt with. Because the other one's already taken care of, it's under those social security numbers.
What do you mean?
The account balance, the deposits that came into that account.
So what, the PayPal account?
Yeah, both PayPal and the bank account.
Okay,
Those are both income
right.
during the calendar year 2021. Except for those that are paid after January 1. They
Which
should,
are half a dozen or so anyway.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, again, if you know, if we kind of kept it together in one package until we get the other legal stuff squared away, then do
Instead of
one
taking it out in
transfer and
chunks.
be done with it.
That would be the best.
Sometimes inaction's better than too much action.
Can happen. Sometimes it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes not enough is bad too. Okay, is there anything else by anybody?
Yeah, that's the Neil. At the risk of sounding a little bit too serious, and for a member that's been around the club only for about a year,
Okay.
I think Michael put together this club based on his dedication, his dreams, and his passion. He may not have put all the pieces together as it should have been, but he brought us all together. With him going so suddenly, all those pieces tend to fly apart. You each and every one of you have taken those pieces and are bringing together to make this club 10 times stronger than it has ever been. I hope that each of you feel proud of what you're doing, and we, the members, are very thankful for what you're doing. And I think Mike would be as proud as about what you're doing as well.
Nice words, Neil. We appreciate
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Neil.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna try.
Okay, so I guess when you change the bylaws, you have amendments, is that
Yeah.
the way it's done? So you never get rid of what's there, you just add to it?
No, you
And
just
this
propose to
changes
change the,
this?
you know.
We could add to it, delete
I
it,
guess.
you know.
Again, it's all in the minutes. You have to have things noted in the minutes. And
Yeah.
then life is easy. If you just change something ad hoc, that's when you get yourself in trouble.
Right.
But as long as it's recorded, life's pretty easy.
Yeah,
Yep, we haven't had anything yet, so
yeah.
we're
And
good.
it's hard to record it a week later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Horrible.
Well, it got me,
Or an hour later.
it got me and it got you two with a record if it gets recorded, so.
Well, I think
Well,
we're
we're,
recording it.
No, we're recording.
Is
I
that
heard
working
that
out?
it's now being recorded.
It says we're recording, so.
Yeah, we're recording.
Okay, good. Always a good backup.
We're not.
Okay, well, we'll adjourn the meeting then, and thank everyone for coming, and see you next month with your bogus stories.
What's gonna happen with that?
Thank you, everybody.
What's that?
Thank you.
Oh, yes, don't forget the memorial.
Yeah, March
Yeah.
12th.
Which you have the detail, March 12th. The address and all that is in the emails. So,
Yep.
hope to see many of you as possible there.
Okay.
And,
It will be on live stream or whatever it is.
yeah, it'll be on live stream also.
You can't
Yeah.
make it.
I have a quick question on that. Those shirts that were mentioned the other day, are they available right now?
You have to talk to JoJo.
Yeah, JoJo is the one to talk to on that.
Okay, thank you.
I never got an email from him. So, I just wear my own shirt.
Okay, I guess that's it then. We officially adjourn at 8:59.
Oh, wow. Well,
PM.
yeah, exactly.
Perfect. You set it up.
If Mike was around, it would not be on
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Okay, good
He'd
night,
still be
all.
on the first agenda item.
And that's not a criticism, it's just an observation.
There's
It's
always,
effective.
We all have a
effective.
strange way, huh?
We do have.
there's always just one agenda item.
Well, they've been doing
Yeah.
some weird stuff.
Okay, good night, all.
Good night.
Good night.
Come on, man.
Stop the recording.
Machine.